My fellow brothers, let's rise up and fight a good cause, because we can't afford to sit down and watch all this kind of atrocity that is going on in our country. We need to fight against any corrupt leader who is not ready to develop the country, who is not ready to do good things for the nation. Inti mama yen sorry, because everywhere in the world is trying everything possible to do something good for their generation. And what are we doing as a country? What are we doing as a nation? This is the time that we need to rise up, and we have to be self-dedication. We need to be self-discipline. We need to be or say to me boy omodin biara say yensu ye betumi asore ne yetumi aye de omo ye. We are not living in 18th centuries or 15th centuries. We are living in 21st century, that modern technologies. So why should we have to sit down and always exporting goods from outside? So without these people, can't we survive? Look at our land. It is very fertile, that whatever that we will grow, it will be able to find. And so that we are exporting things from outside. And how can we develop? How can our economy grow? So for me, I support His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for for his policies, that we have to mind our own gold. We don't need the foreigners to mine the gold, and at the end of the day 90% is going back to their country. And how can we survive with this kind of policies, with these archaic policies? They need to take all their lances from their hands. We don't need the foreigners to mine our gold, especially what I don't really even understand is about our bauxite, our manganese. All the mineral resources are being taken out from the country, and the youth of the nation are running away from the nation because of unemployment, because of job creation. So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, if you are listening to me, please, this is the time. This is your second chance that God has given to you. You need to show good leadership. You need to show example. You need to leave something that tomorrow we will still remember you as we remember Kwame Nkrumah. Why is it that we always mention Kwame Nkrumah's name? Because of his good deeds, because of the things that he did. We need to leave a good legacy for the next generation to come. We can't afford to sit down and always talking without action. We need to stand up as a nation with self-determination and build our nation, because no one is going to do for us. These Europeans are very wicked people, that they don't think. They are not, they don't wish us good. I'm telling you, looking at what they are doing to Captain Ibrahim Traore, it's very clear that they are not ready to help us to develop our country. But remember, our ancestors, went through the slave trade to help them to build their country, and today look at them. Today look at them. After they use our ancestors to help them to build their country, now instead of them to help us, rather they are taking our mineral resources. And when we stood up to fight against it, they tell us we are using it to finance ourselves. What do you think that we should have used the money for? And I'm sending this message to Michael Langley. Please, you are an African. Despite that, through the slave trade, you had a chance to be in America, and now you are in America military. Don't sit down for them to use you. Look at how they have downgraded you within a short possible time. Go to the social media, and at the end of the day, who is being blamed? Africa, brother, black man. You allow yourself for this. Think, Africans, think. Mama yanjene na ochina adetiye emre eninda ho. We don't have time. We need to wake up. We need to wake up as a nation. We need to wake up as a youth and do something good for the next generation to come. Mama yen sorry na yemwa my ebibima.
Travelers and lesbian, gay and bisexual travelers. Some areas of Ghana have increased risk. Read the entire travel advisory. Reconsider travel to the Upper East region, Northeast region, Upper West region, and the western portion of the Savannah region. all areas west of the N12 highway that share border with Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire due to the civil unrest and crime. Country summary, such as carjacking, street mugging, assault and rape do occur. This crime often happen at night and in isolated locations. Sexual assault, such as rape, is significantly underreported and remain a serious problem. While domestic violence is criminal under Ghanaian law, police rarely respond to reports of domestic violence. Look at how they are degrading our security personnel. Look at how they are painting Ghana to the whole world right now. Who is coming to invest in Ghana after reading this from the United States? To my opinion, the authority of Ghana needs to be very careful with this. Who is coming? An investor want to invest in this country, Ghana, reading this will come and invest. This is what they do. The moment they realize that you want to take bread from their mouth, it means nobody will eat that bread. They will scare everybody away from your country. Remember, Libya was declared a dangerous place to visit when Gaddafi decided to take over the control of his resources. Burkina Faso was declared a danger zone because Captain Ibrahim Traore said he's taking control of the resources. Please share this video for me and like it. Let's push it out. The message must go out. Ghana should be more conscious of security like never before, especially the places that the United States mentioned. You should be expecting something from there, one way or the other. This is coming to Ghana because of the stand of John Dramani Mahama and his foreign minister Ablakwa Okujetu. Ghanaian youth, majority are not learning. They are following different trends. They are sleeping. They don't know what is happening right now. Some of the steps that their president is taking, none of them is paying attention to it. But if it is a negative effect, it will be trending. John Dramani Mahama and his foreign minister, their stand on our resources, especially gold, their stand actually attracted this blackmail from the United States because they are removing something from their mouth. As usual, let me give you detail. I must tell you that right now, with how things are going, with the stand of President Mahama and his foreign minister, all foreign mining companies in Ghana are shaking. Their grounds are no longer safe.
So if we do all the mining, we do the drilling, we do the blasting, we do the crushing, we fill the crushing plants. I mean, we can do the last mile of also pouring the gold and making sure that the benefits of that gold come to our country. Bringing the value addition home will be bringing jobs back, so that our young people can get jobs.
Before I tell you about the implementation of the things that Mahama put out, so far, from cutting of aid, increased tariff, and the rest by the United States, John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, seems unbothered because the United States feel like the president, this president will come to him and then negotiation. John Dramani Mahama is not bothered. To him, this is a joyful thing to him. According to him, this would decrease the influence of the United States and it will actually be healthy for the entire world at large. Listen to him.
America has the right to recalibrate and freeze its international assistance to other countries, but there's always a blowback. One, America loses soft power because USAID is a well-known brand of America, and it intervenes in very critical areas. And so if America decides that it doesn't want to intervene in those areas, it is possible that other countries might decide to fill that gap, or we might fill it ourselves like we're trying to do now, adjusting our budgets to fill the gap that America leaves. But it loses the influence that it has exerted over the years. Apart from that, it's not only in those areas. USAID is the biggest supplier of food aid in many places, and they buy this food aid from American farmers. And so if USAID is no longer buying that food to deliver as food aid, then it means that American farmers lose a huge demand that, assisted them in their business. And so there's always a blowback. There are a lot of connectivities, and we'll see how it plays out.
So you can see where Mahama is standing. It's not in the puppet lifestyle and relation with the United States or going to beg and no. He's standing his ground. Say, okay, you are taking your decision. You also find our ways to solve our problem. This to the United States is like a disrespect. Now let me tell you, Ghana through the Mahama administration is implementing significant reforms in our gold sector through establishment of our Ghana Gold Board. The aim of this board is to take control over gold resources, particularly from small-scale mining. So practically, foreigners are kicked out of our domestic market. These particular measures that they put out has led to frustration among some foreign gold companies or gold trading companies across Ghana. The first implementation is exclusive authority. As of now on, gold board hold exclusive right to purchase, sell, and export gold from small-scale miners. This particular implementation effectively remove foreign traders from the artisanal gold market. This is a sector which previously was dominated by Chinese and Indians and more foreign buyers. Mahama launched a direct attack on the US dollar with another one called the mandatory local transaction. And you know the United States doesn't play with their dollar. When they start the blackmail, I said, no, something is going on. I went to do research to find out what Mahama is doing, because the United States cannot just poke their finger in the face of a country like that without our president doing anything. So I have to go and research and see what Mahama is doing actually. And this is what he's doing. When you check the mandatory local transaction, right now, all gold transaction must be conducted in Ghana cedis, no longer in dollar. And companies are required to have at least 51% Ghanaian ownership to operate in the sector. This is a direct attack on the US dollar. The second one is centralized gold purchase. Gold Board has secured agreement with 9 additional mining companies to purchase 20%, and it is supposed to be more than that, 20% of their gold output. A strategy aimed at bolstering Ghana Gold Reserve and to stabilize our national currency. A direct attack on the US dollar. Now, foreign companies are frustrated. This new regulation have caused confusion, frustration among foreign gold trading companies, because right now they are excluded from direct participation in the artisanal gold market. If they want to purchase direct gold, they need to apply through Gold Board. But the loss of direct access has been a significant setback for the mining companies. They thought people are going to revolt, but many local miners and industry stakeholders have endorsed the establishment of the Gold Board, and they are viewing it as means to ensure fair pricing, eliminating exploitation by foreign buyers, and maximize the country's benefit from small-scale mining sector. It is only the opposition who is fooling and doing all kind of propaganda around this particular reform. This reform represents a significant shift in Ghana's approach to managing our gold resources, aiming to increase national revenue, reduce illegal mining activities, and strengthen the local economy. Ghana recently took steps to reclaim a mining lease after 30 years and use local expertise to manage it. After the contract ended, Mahama said, hey, we are using our local expertise to take over. We are not renewing the contract again. Now, let me play 2 clips from Mahama and the foreign minister. Look at their stand. The foreign minister and the president of Ghana both are practically raising the stand of Kwame Nkrumah, the stand of Gaddafi in regards to our natural resources. And let me put this on record. The president of Ghana wasn't just speaking, but I'm telling you that he took a great step in proving that he's real by taking a step and reclaim a foreign mining site and maintain that it must be managed by Ghanaians. Job creation. And I'm going to parallel his speech with what Captain Ibrahim Traore said. The president is practically echoing what Captain Ibrahim Traore said about the new presence or the new face of imperialists, meaning that these leaders actually know the truth. Let's start with the foreign minister. The foreign minister pull out the hypocrisy, first of all, of ECOWAS, how our resources need to be managed, the step we need to take on our resources, how because we are not united, they are playing us against each other when it comes to pricing. Because when they come to Ghana and they realize that Ghana the price is high, they go to Nigeria. Nigeria will reduce this for them. So they are playing us against ourselves. A call for unity. In fact, he didn't disappoint us. Listen.
More people friendly to meet the hopes and aspirations of the people, and not to become just a club of heads of states. And even within this club, they are not having frank peer review. They allow presidents to change constitutions, extend their terms, and when that is going on, they don't impose sanctions. They look on, they attend their investitures. Then when there is a rebellion by the people, a coup, eventually that's when they want to impose sanctions and descend heavily. But ECOWAS ought to be more forward-looking and to be frank amongst itself. Leaders who break barriers, negatively deviate from democratic norms, ECOWAS should be bold to point it out. And beyond that, we should even start asking ourselves, are we really under obligation to always export? Why should we always export raw material? Why? Can't we say that, look, it's for us. We want to take our time, build our capacity, get the expertise, and create our value addition chains within the continent. What's the rush about? Why should we always, and so when China comes to Ghana and they don't like our terms, easily they can move to Togo or move to Mozambique or move to Angola and get it for cheap. Can't we just slow down? What's all the rush about, being looted, being raped on a daily basis? When we can take our time, these resources are going nowhere. They don't have expiry dates. We complain about the prices of these raw materials being determined in London and India and all of that. What has stopped us from creating our own Kimberleys, our own African institutions that rate, that assesses these raw materials and gives it the value, and we all should be committed.
Right.
They need us. If we say that this is our value, this is our price, this is only what we are going to do,
all right,
nobody can put a gun to our heads.
I love this, especially the part where he said we have leaders who are changing constitution and staying in power, stealing votes. They hijack the country for themselves, like Togo president. We have some other presidents in ECOWAS region. They are in power since ECOWAS say nothing wrong with it. But the moment the people revolt to revolutionize, ECOWAS will come after them. So ECOWAS is a club of old men who just want to maintain power for themselves, not for the citizens. Now listen to John Dramani Mahama, what he pulled out.
The time has come for Africa to unashamedly take advantage of the natural resource endowment that God has given us. In the colonial era, we had colonial masters, we had no say, and so they mined the gold, they took it away, they developed the palm plantations, took the palm oil away, they took the diamonds away, took everything away. And when we gained independence, Nkrumah warned us and said colonialism might have been defeated, but we're entering the era of neo-colonialism. They don't need to bring a governor to sit here, but they still would, from wherever the colonial headquarters is at, control your resources and be able to still derive the benefits as if they had colonized you. And that exactly is happening. Post-colonialism, we didn't have technology, we didn't have capital, we didn't have the human resource. And so foreign companies come and take huge concessions and they sign it off for a pittance. And they run those, concessions to the benefits of the colonial metropolis. Today, I think that in Africa we've developed the core of human resource that is capable of also taking advantage of some of these resources. We've developed the technology, we have the technology to be able to do whatever any of these big conglomerates are doing. And the capital is available in the world to mobilize, to be able to do the same things. And that is why recently we had a little issue which we have resolved with one of our mining companies whose lease had expired after 30 years, and it was our desire to take it over and use Ghanaian expertise to be able to also exploit that resource and let the benefits remain in our country.
You can see that the President Mahama's speech is deeply rooted in the Pan-African liberation narrative, drawing a strong line between historical exploitation and present-day opportunity for reclaiming control. And the reference to Kwame Nkrumah is powerful symbolic. Mahama is not the only person exposing this fact that external control now operates through economic and corporate channels instead of political governance. Same thing Captain Ibrahim Traore pointed out when Ivory Coast was trying to camouflage the entire Africa by sending the French military troops out. He said the bases might not be there, but they will be present in different forms. And Mahama is also saying that when it comes to exploitation, they are coming in different forms, and he's pointing it out to us. So you can see that both speech by foreign minister and the president, they share a common thread: the need for Africa ownership, unity, and boldness in the face of global systems that have long marginalized the continent. They are calling for a post-new colonial era where Africa define its own path and finally reap the full fruit of its own labor. This is the reason why the US is now shaking, because Ghana is taking this drastic stand and it's going to have effect on their interests in Ghana. This is where the problem is coming from. It's not about terrorism and whatever they are talking about in the adversary level 4. No, level 2. Listen, anytime you watch the United States or the West standing up and pointing finger at a particular country, watch what the leader is doing. The leader might be doing something in the interest of the people. This has proven to be true, and history is repeating itself still. They are not changing the strategy, which is the reason why somebody said the United States and Africa, our relationship has never
them to continue to destroy us, to continue to destroy our waters. Why should we give the chance to these Chinese people and other these European people to come and take over our gold, our minerals, our bauxite, our manganese? What are we doing? And you can to me money your gold, you can to me money your bauxite, you can to me in beer factories, you can raw materials, you can produce your papa or my youth of Ghana. I'm challenging each and every one. If you are listening to me, listen and listen carefully. This is the time we need to write any
Sudan. It won't me succeed Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso be san konesi 10 years, 100 years.
Would speed they develop no.
One be the wo be ko wachi natural resources na wanya wo de ye niam no. One be san take over. Abrofo di aburo nti the likes of Ibrahim Traore. Ye benya bi why? Where do we get those people? Come and come and know sa. What I say, Olympian and was aspirate, no Gaddafi and Nikitas aspirate. They make sure that they kill all of them. Who you with TBS of Africa? They will kill you, they will chase you. One more Begu Cote d'Ivoire, one more Bebo Urem, because we have a Burkina Faso, one in Mali Bosch here, one in Niger Bosch here, one in Benin Bosch here, one in Togo Bosch here, one in Ghana Bosch here, one in Cote d'Ivoire Bosch here. It won't mean you Ghana because President Mahama one penny. And other countries sing now, so Niger for once Wajiga. Mali François Giganta from Begu Cote d'Ivoire. Tomu Beba Uram, dear see Burkina Faso. Say, when Yamere a study the French colonial rule or policy, a woman colonies none of West Africana. Na ye dang. One more policy that the woman the policy of assimilation. A dear natural say, one more colony biada. I have French for no. One colony biada is considered their overseas possession. Yomo dia. It womu who Togo say yomo dia.
Okay.
Womu who Burkina Faso say yomo adia. Na metemasa say nyamidi mbedua so. Emu niam nyina no eye media. Na wo free wo memu. Hwi ebeduru Africa. Na mo say the scramble for Africa ye prepare. Wes medie ni. Inti French for say Cote d'Ivoire ya media, Burkina Faso ya media, Niger ya media, Guinea ya media. Omo from omo wie ye no. Scramble for Africa no. So omo wie afi ye bechichi partition no bi afa ne de. Ema ye fa se nkofo we Britain for efa Ghana, efa Sierra Leone, efa Nigeria, ne Gambia mo. E no omo de we mo for about 14 states. A French for no.
Oh, sir.
Yes, state be omo capture ye bia no. Woman who say omo dia wo.
To date.
To So say ye ka say ye te hey. E omo personal property.
This say ka say the independent o.
And I'm say independent dey adada o. Say me ma example wi anu aka kire me so wo independence. Me wi Burkina Faso dey de Ghana dey abeka. Me wi ana wa answer say wo independent bia. Anke ye wi ye ni. Independence ne ye timui. Wo ye independence. Now the mami wie o mo de no French for de no enti o mu hu o mo colony biara say kro o man bi o mo capture ye say eye wo mo friend overseas possession eye dia.
Okay, overseas.
Yes, enti Burkina Faso ye dia. Wo mo French for ye o mo Togo so o mo personal property overseas possession But you say eti omo no wo ho na omo wo France ho a ana French fo no omo san hu colony bia na say baby omo be colonize ye bia say e omo region.
Okay.
Say ne Ghana yetimi ka Ashanti region, Eastern region, whatever. Ono no French fo no hu Burkina Faso say omo region. Womo hu ne say a country bia wo West Africa. Womo say omo dia e omo region.
Oh.
It is all back ya what na yi pen sa assimilation French policy of assimilation na kan no say and then say you consider some way ye dia and ye ne nipa na mu wo mu no mu nipa na mu wo mu ye pese mu behave say yen mo nante ye nante mon dress ye dress mu ni ye dua ne mo fa ye din mon kan ye French no munye mu bia se French for
mon kan ye kasa
bibia mo nante ye kwa sa wo nante se French ni mon hye ya tade.
I see.
And to refi of course school French teacher na hwe ni tiri fuafu
Ai
French teacher for ngu anyi omu tiri mi omu trousers akese omu shoe atenten na denti ya nante se French ni ya obi bia se French kan omu kasa di omu aduane eno ni assimilation no eti because mo Africa so mo West Africa kora na yehu mu samo ye dia eti mu behave say yen and say womu hu say womu ye more civilized than the West Africans and say nipa ne womu colonies no womu ye more civilized.
Okay.
Ni momo culture ne de time montade ma mo nhye montoma ma mo mfura modua ne kora nye mu bibia nye muntu ni nyina mu na mo behave say ye pepepe because yente say British na womu be ka say Ghana e just a colony ye de ye mu samo ye dia ya sa ase ne timuni ma nyina so ye dia.
Wow.
They make out as it quick na no your maje say with that assimilation ko nipa ko be chemutu omu chemutu no mo citizens and no more subjects. It is citizens no ye those who have been assimilated. One more timi asesa wo mabra bo mo nante wo duane wo dress wo bibia yes French for. They did that through education. The education in the dane wo mo. Into wo mo a etimi mo ho kwan e ma French for ni the education esesa wo African identity no wo mo no mo consider wo say wo mo ye citizens ofebu anya no ye one it is citizens no mo if any say privileges bi ne rights bi.
Okay.
Privileges ne rights ni bi ni say obetumi contest election wo alcohol parliament
France or parliament.
Yes. Say you consider mo say mo ye colony mo ye province mo ye region.
Yeah.
Ti say what me adane wo ho abeye citizen why you assimilated there ya ma okwan say utimi ba ho parliament.
Wow.
Into February anya no ye MP wo ho.
Oh France.
Yes. It no anya African view. Alasa watara we say watala we say whatever no wo ho no. Wo no nya African ya sesa ne shebre.
I see.
It woman citizens no. It wo ye citizen also timika unrefined French. Peccable one pa. One nanti won't be bia was so yet is French ni.
That's a 1 year BA.
Yes, I want 1 year BA into African culture in a training baby. Mo amanti mi anya mo na mo ye savious no. Into more savious no privileges ni rights ni muni bi mo waketu abi mpo. The taxation ni adi na mo na ye de so amo.
Oh.
Into madodo na praise on by citizens.